Socratic method of teaching, learning law will be done with the help of an AI. That's what I believe.
Here we sit down with some of the most thoughtful minds in the legal profession. Dr. Aneesha Shams, the Dean of the School of Law at Goenka University.
Over the 2 decades, how do you think the students have evolved or changed? Are they now better prepared today for the profession as compared to what when you started off?
There's no difference or there is no much change in that thing that students are lacking.
The gap between what law school teaches but compared to what the practice actually demands.
Because in this AI world, what will sustain? The one thing that is going to sustain is...
Welcome to Counsel's Code, a podcast which is not just about law, but also about the stories behind it. Here, we sit down with some of the most thoughtful minds in the legal profession to hear their stories, what shaped them, and how they see the world of law evolving around us. I'm your host, Udit Mathur, Senior Vice President at 𝐀𝐿𝐻. Every day, we sit with corporate legal teams, law firms, law schools, and lawyers to help make legal and litigation workflows more efficient through technology and responsible AI. We do this through our products Volody, the AI-driven CLM platform, and 𝐀𝐿𝐻, the legal intelligence platform. Our guest today has spent over 2 decades shaping legal minds in India as a practicing lawyer, professor, researcher, and now the Dean of the School of Law at Goenka University. Dr. Aneesha Shams began her career in the courts of Kerala before making a move to the countless law students have benefited from, choosing the classroom over the courtroom. Since then, she has helped shape the next generation of legal professionals while witnessing how the profession continues to evolve. In this conversation, we'll explore Dr. Shams' remarkable journey, the changing face of legal education, the growing impact of AI in the legal profession, and what tomorrow's lawyers need to succeed. So, Dr. Aneesha, welcome to the Counsel's Code. So, ma'am, I just wanted to start off by asking you something which really I gave in the introduction as well, which is 21 years in the legal education, even starting with a practicing lawyer, professor, principal, and now a dean. This is a lot of hats. So, which one do you think you enjoyed the most?
Thank you, Udit, for asking the question, because I never thought about it earlier. Once you have asked about it, because it was a journey that starts from very young age, and we are shifting from one to another. And everything I am considering it as a learning. Every stages I learn something or other. Every time, every lawyer will learn, for that matter, not only me. Resilience will be one thing that every lawyer will learn by the profession. That is actually, we can never expect that we will win in everything. There will be many failures. There will be wrongs that we have done, that we are learning out of that, and every day we are evolving. And I came into teaching not like that I have thought about it and I want to be a teacher, not like that. Because of some great professors I get into the career, because of their instigation, they inspired me to be a teacher, and they found out that I got a teacher material in me. That's how I became a teacher. So by being a teacher, one thing I learned is that it's very rewarding. That is every moment that you are enjoying something or other, that you are being part of the success of somebody else, let it be your colleagues, let it be your students, and it's a very rewarding journey actually. And Dean, as administration, needs a lot of patience. It taught me a lot of patience, that we are dealing with people with different kind of temperament, and being a leader is not that easy, I believe, because different kind of, a lot of emotions involved in with, even if it is a professional thing, we are dealing with human beings now as colleagues, and once students also, you are being a teacher and you are being being a dean is a different thing for the students. Students are expecting a lot from us because they do believe that all these policies have been made by us. That way also we are actually getting involved with students a lot. So it needs a lot of patience. And as a dean, I think I am enjoying the position because of the thing that I got a lot of freedom to decide on the quality, and I'm a decision maker most of the times, and I'm getting a lot of perceptions of different people. So I'm seeing life in a very different perspective of a third person's angle. That also gives me a lot of learning, and it makes me a matured person, more and more matured every day. So I enjoyed everything, and I'm not in a position to compare that which was the hat that I enjoyed the most, but I think it was all learning. It made me a person who I am now. From all these careers, I learned something or other.
That's great, ma'am. Great to hear, to know about that. You've learned it from the journey and kind of taken it forward. So let me dive a little bit into the journey as well, which is, so you started as a practicing lawyer in Kottayam, is that right?
Yeah,
and then doing pro bono work for women and children as well, and eventually moving into legal education. So what made you choose that classroom over, what was that trigger for you?
I told you that I really enjoyed the work as a lawyer, especially pro bono for women and children. It was a great learning for me. I have seen that women do have a lot they are going through, and many things they themselves are not realizing. That once I used to discuss with them their problems in life, how I can bring a solution, find out a solution for that problem by using the law as a medium. That was the kind of work that I was doing. So I used to do a lot of awareness sessions. That is, I used to empower a lot of women how to, once they are dealing with their own kids, once they are dealing with their life, that their in-laws, many things that they are not able to talk to other people, they used to talk to me. So I was enjoying that that phase of my life in which I realized myself that, oh my God, I am also a woman. I am also getting a lot to know that I never have gone through, but other women are going through. So that was also a learning. I told you earlier itself that I never thought about being a teacher, but I have gone for my PG just for learning the human rights, my specialization in human rights law. So human rights was something which actually attracted me because I was working with women and children. So I thought that this learning will help me to work better. So I joined for PG. Then some of the professors over there, like Dr. V.D. Sebastian is a non-name in legal fraternity. He is 90 above now, and Dr. Vikram Nair, those kind of people who inspired me and who has actually found out that there is a teacher material in you. You should be a teacher. That I'm giving you, Dr. Vikram Nair told that I'm giving an opportunity to be a teacher in Department of Law, Goenka University. So you will be a good teacher. Come and teach here. That was the beginning of the journey. I was not inspired myself to be a teacher. I accidentally came into the profession. Later I started to enjoy this thing because I get to see a lot of great professors.
Very inspiring, very inspiring. I'm sure students watching or people who are wanting to kind of pursue this career, I think that they will definitely be inspired by this. And you've taught at different institutions across the country, right? So what are the differences or learnings that you do carry, or you feel that there's a difference in the way how law is taught in the country or how the students imbibe it?
That's a very interesting question. Thank you for asking that. I was looking forward to talk about it. In South India, I happened to see that education has been considered, education has been treated as got a very different value over there. Even all the mothers want their kids to be educated. All mothers are so curious to know. They will come to the institution and they will talk about their kids, their achievements. We need not even wait for them to come. That they themselves will come and they will call you and they'll talk to you how he's performing, whether she is improving, what kind of internship that she can do, how was a teacher you can most of the parents I used to have direct contact with once I was a teacher. Then they were very curious to know more about their kids and whether they are getting developed in that way. Their communication skill, their writing skill, all these things where mothers used to take care of. Once I joined over here in my institution, my current institution, 𝐺𝐿, I happened to see that kids are more independent over here. They decide for themselves, and they are deciding that whether they want to learn this or not. Even though parents do have their own role to play, but in education, I don't think that they do have that great. This thing, kids are more independent over here to take their decision. So the teaching also, we will have to adjust in that way.
Yeah. So let's take another dimension to the students and the, you talked about how the students have changed. What about the 2 decades? Over the 2 decades, how do you think the students have evolved or changed? Are they now better prepared today for the profession as compared to what when you started off?
As far as the younger generation is concerned, I don't think that they are better or worse. They need to prepare themselves to a different world. That is the problem that they do have. That is actually, we are all standing in a premise that okay, this is the world, and that every student, as when I was a student, I got this story. Exactly same story. I cannot repeat it now. No, that is the world has changed, and everything is getting evolved. As myself, I used to, once I am thinking about me as a student, as a young teacher, then as a leader or as a dean, I got evolved a lot. How can I say to the students that, okay, you be like me when I was a student? No, it's not like that. We cannot say that they are better, they are worse, they are the students, exactly the students. Where all through our life journey, we can see that students are always students. They will have to be guided, facilitated, they will have to be prepared for a new world. World is every time it's getting changed. I happen to see that the students do have a very different thinking nowadays. I mean, you might have seen there is a new party that has been actually formed online, and the students. I happen to see some students are talking about it. Many parents said, what a foolishness is this? No, it's not foolishness. It's the way they are thinking, and many things they are perceiving very differently from you as an adult. I think that we will have to imbibe all these changes, and we do have all the moral responsibility and the professional responsibility to give them that opportunity to develop their thinking. I cannot say that in that area we never allowed to think it in this way. That is why this generation need not think it. No, their thinking is very new. That is very needed for this changed world. How we can channelize it productively. That is the only question. So I'm seeing difference in youngsters, but that changes are unavoidable. So I will have to, as a head of the institution, what I'm trying to do is that channelize their energy in a productive way, accommodate their thinking, and we will have to adapt ourselves to accommodate all these thinking in our learning, teaching, learning pedagogy. That's what I'm trying here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I think, and extending this point to the kind of gap that everyone talks about, the gap between what law school teaches compared to what the practice actually demands, right? How do you see this gap be tackled by law schools? And do you think other stakeholders, industry or regulators, and do you think they also have to play a role in making that or improving that or changing that?
Thank you again for that question, because this question always intrigues. Every time it actually resonates with my thinking. With my mind will always say the same thing, that why we are not like other countries. That is, you think about the law schools in a developed country, what makes us different? Why India's lawyers are not getting that value in any other country? That question, if we got an answer, this question will be answered automatically. See, we do have a feeling that in law school is a place where kids are actually doing things, and they are actually passing time just like that, and they are going out, and their learning starts once they are out from the institution. No, it is not like that. It is not supposed to be like that. all the 5 productive years that you are spending in a law school, that should be a very experiential learning in which you should be a material that is actually will be chosen by any employer. That I am talking to every day to my students, you should make yourself available to the employer by saying that, see, I am industry ready. I'm ready for your kind of career. I'm ready. I'm a good addition to your office. You take me. I will bring value to your office. If you can say that as a student, your career is settled there. You need not think about, I will have to now work after my studies are over. I've spent my 5 years in law school. Now I am getting into an office. Now I'll learn. What logic is that?
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
learn from the law school. You be prepared. See, I am ready for the career. Just like you guys are sitting over there and you are doing a work, I am ready to do that work.
Yes.
You take me. I'll bring value. This should be the slogan once a student is going out. That's what we are trying over here in GD Goenka also. We are bringing a lot of industry collaborations for that only. Industry people are coming and talking, and they are giving that line of thinking in which, okay, this is the way I will have to improve myself. This will get added into my resume. And CV is a byproduct. Students are actually doing things for improving their CV. No, you are improving yourself. CV is a byproduct of whatever that you are trying to improve yourself. That's what we are doing.
It's like a brochure.
Yeah. This is what law school is supposed to do, I believe.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And in fact, so much was talked about it, and I think I appreciate that you could talk about it with so much of transparency and the actions that you're also taking. There's one aspect which, of course, is so important, and then the change that you must have observed is the AI, artificial intelligence, that has now kind of got into the legal profession. From your perspective as a dean, are law schools keeping up with this shift that is already happening? And are students walking into the practice completely unprepared currently? I mean, what's your perspective on this?
See, people are talking a lot about AI, and there are some negative perspectives also. See, it's going to replace things. I'm very excited about it. I'm pretty sure that it's going to bring a lot of value to your career. I mean, as an administrator, as a teacher, to my career, and along with that, the students, the learning experience also, it will for sure will be augmented by AI. That's what I believe. That's what my experience also. I am using it whenever it has actually started to be there. In the field, that I started to use it in different ways. I'm actually trying my level best to understand how it can bring value to a student's learning experience. That's what I'm trying. So I have seen that. I don't know, every law schools are actually, they are claiming that we are using it, we are trying to use it, we are allowing our kids to use it. Some people are saying that teachers are very apprehensive, that people are using so much AI, how students are going to get better knowledge out of this. The one answer for this question is that learn how to use it without compromising your cognitive skills, your reasoning capacity, your judgment. That is the only thing that you are supposed to do. As a teacher, you can use it. You should be the decision maker. Every data, every facts, every information that is available in this world, that can be actually curated and given to you by the whatever AI that you are actually using. Decision maker should be you, yourself. Reasoning should be yours, and you will have to use it for how we used to use mentors earlier. Utilize the help of the mentors. What mentors used to do. Mentors, once every work that I submit to my professor, 10 questions he will ask. Whether I do have answer for these questions. That is the only thing that he is checking. Once I am giving an answer, he will check it again, that whether I have got it from the authoritative textbooks, whether my reasoning has been applied, my analytical skills have been used. That's what professors used to do. Exactly same thing at home also. You can use, as a student, you use this question answer session. All the Socratic method of teaching, learning law will be done with the help of an AI. That's what I believe.
Yeah. So you do kind of also believe that there's a foundational AI literacy which definitely needs to be there.
For sure.
Right. And what do you think? I mean, so just diving deeper a little bit on that. So do you think, what's the impact if the students are just not learning the foundational AI, having that literacy, but they dive directly into tools?
They will be replaced. Those kind of lawyers will be replaced.
Because there are
for
quite
sure.
a few, they'll just use the tool and just randomly apply the...
There is a book I read 1 year back. That is of Salman Khan, Khan Academy, everybody knowing Khan Academy. Salman Khan has written a book. That book is called Brave New Words. Education is going to be transformed by AI. That's what it is. And in which he is actually telling there will be two kind of employees only. That is employees who can use AI, employees who cannot use AI. Who will be preferred? Those who can use AI and work smartly, they will always be preferred because time management will be better.
Right.
That quality will be better for sure, because the kind of workload that you do have for doing all these monotonous work, everything will be sorted by AI. Now what you will have to do, use your brain, apply it, have good judgmental skills, have more social skills that will be applicable directly to the context that you are setting in. All your monotonous work and all the drafting, all the paperwork that you are supposed to do, and every data you will have to get it from, every data you will have to be sorted out in an office. All these monotonous work as a lawyer that you used to do without applying your brain, just a work that can be done by any software earlier, that will be done by AI. You have sorted it. That you are getting more time now. For what? You improve your skills, your thinking, your critical thinking, your analysis, your analytical thinking. It will be for sure much better than the AI. So a combination of you as a thinking person, as a creative thinking brain you have got, analytical skill you have got, all your work will be, monotonous work will be sorted by AI. It is an addition. So an intelligent brain plus this AI equipment that you are using, or the software you are using, or the facility, whatever that you are using, will bring productive result. Outcome will be great. That's what I believe. So students will have to be trained for that. That's what I believe.
Absolutely. No, and I appreciate that. In fact, thanks, ma'am, talking about so much of kind of depth in this particular area. And one thing which I also wanted to kind of talk to you about was that how to prompt AI is a very important thing, right? So, because whatever you prompt is what you, because that you have to add the legal context and stuff like that to make sure that your prompts are effective. How serious is that challenge, and is that something which the legal education can really be formally addressing?
Very true. It will have to be addressed. I do believe that BCI will take it into consideration, because BCI is the compliance authority out of which the legal education will have to improve themselves. We cannot say no to AI anymore.
Correct.
It's the reality. It's the present reality. We cannot say that in future it's going to come. No, it's already there. And you cannot say no to it anymore. So I think BCI also will have to think about it, how to improvise their curriculum standards in accordance with the AI standards also. Then I believe that from first year onwards, students will have to train. We are doing that. We have introduced a course called Design Thinking for Lawyers. That is actually human-centric values will have to be introduced into your thinking as a lawyer. Along with that, because in this AI world, what will sustain? The one thing that is going to sustain is your human skills. Your human skills can never be replaced by AI.
Absolutely.
So we are introducing two courses, AI and law. One thing is that. One is design thinking for lawyers. So along with AI training that has been given to students, how to use the apt prompt kind of thing, how you can reasoning, how you can bring in your own in reading a case, how you can use AI along with your reasoning, how you can augment your reasoning skill by using AI. That's the question. That we are bringing the training in AI and law course. And another course we are introducing is design thinking for lawyers, in which we will be giving a lot of human-centric values to your career, empathy, your social skills, how a person is coming with a problem to you. That problem legally you can deal with it for all the AI skills and whatever skills that you use or the legal knowledge that you do have, that law will deal with it. That's okay. But his personal, emotional things, as a lawyer, that you do have a say into it. However, you can connect with the person and his problem. That will actually make you a great lawyer. People will choose you for that. No. Nowadays, we don't have anybody to hear you. That as a lawyer, you will be hearing them. You will be giving them expertise. You will become a great lawyer. That is why design thinking for lawyers.
I think that's a very fair point. And I appreciate that you're actually thinking about this in the form of structurally adding courses into their curriculum, which is great. In fact, ma'am, you've kind of, human legal reasoning is something which you've really been emphasizing through the discussion right now. And then it cannot replace each other. Human reasoning and AI, it can't replace that. In practice, what does that actually look like for a junior lawyer or a law student today? How do you think that will show up? How does it show up?
A junior lawyer is always thinking that he can do the clerk work and he can sit in the office and learn everything in 5 years. That part of the story is over now, because that will be taken care of by AI. So what you should be the lawyer who can challenge the existing legal premises that have been set by the whatever thinking that is happening in the industry now. You should be the person who can challenge that. How can you challenge it? You can challenge it only by augmenting your own reasoning. No, that you can never bring 10 juniors are there in an office. You have been given one problem, exactly the same problem to all of you. If all of you are using AI, how can you be different? All of you are using AI and bringing a reasoning, then same reasoning all of you will bring. No, you should be different. How you can be different, you will have to think about it. How you can bring a different perspective, different legal interpretation, different legal reasoning, different judgment. That is your brain can only decide. So you should be the decision maker. So everything you get it, every premises you set in, context you set by using AI, apply your reason, your judgment. You bring the interpretation. You bring a new reasoning. You bring a legal point that has been never interpreted by anybody earlier. Then you will be different. You have actually set your standard. You actually made a point that is not available in other 9 people. Then you will be the one who is actually getting that job. No. So that's how you will have to prepare the students. So the students should get that opportunity to learn that from the law school. That's what we are trying by introducing 2-3 new courses by way of law and technology, AI and law, design thinking for lawyers, in which you know how to use it. Along with that, augment your reasoning by using AI.
That makes sense. In fact, I was going to ask that. In fact, you already answered that question, which was that, let's say if there was a lawyer who gets produced by the law school in the next 5 years or maybe 6 years, what would that lawyer look like? So I think kind of
he should be a global lawyer. I need to add one more point to whatever I was saying. Regionally rooted, but having a global vision. That is very important nowadays. You cannot live as a lawyer who is working within your region and you can be a great lawyer. I don't think so, because you should be interdisciplinary. One thing that is missing in law schools, that I really do have a vision that a student who know little bit of economics, little bit of finance, little bit of political science, and everything, basics of everything, and basics of sociology, basic of having how to psychology, little bit of that is behavioral sciences. Everything will make you a good lawyer. That is not only law. Law can be learned and law will be given by, see, I do have a situation like this context, I'm giving it to you. AI may give you, suggest you, okay, this is the law that you will have to look into.
Yeah.
This is the provision that is available for helping you. These are the case laws that is available. But I will have to set the context, no. Contextually, how I'll have to apply it to my client's problem.
Yeah.
No corporate is looking for a legal answer to a question. They are looking for a solution for a business problem.
Business problem. Exactly. That's a big point. That's a great point to
So
highlight.
you should have a global vision. Then only you will be a great lawyer nowadays. In next 5 years, people should put themselves regionally rooted, but vision should be global.
Okay. So you've raised some very interesting points. Interestingly, another point that came up recently was that AI-generated content is now making way into the legal filings, submissions. I think there's a lot of courts which are ruling in terms of how AI outputs should be kind of even validated or vetted by the lawyers before they're submitted. So we're starting these rulings coming out already. From your perspective, what is the most pressing issue that, as a result of what this raises for legal education?
Accountability. That is actually the very big question now. That is, you are producing a lot of materials. Maybe you are submitting it to the court by AI-generated materials. Maybe AI-generated legal reasoning itself.
Yeah.
Where lies the difficulty is that who will be accountable if you are wrong? You are dealing with human beings and their problems.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong there. And you cannot, you will have to take the responsibility and accountability. No, you cannot say that my AI assistance has actually gone wrong. That's why I made this wrong. Can you make a submission like that in front of the highest court of the country? No, we cannot do that. So one thing you will have to keep it in mind is that you are socially responsible, you are professionally responsible, you are ethically responsible. You are responsible for your client, for the money that you are taking. Ethically, as a lawyer, that you do have some values that you have been taught to be an ethical professional. Professionally, because you do have a relationship with your client, that they are trusting you. And more than that, it's if you are a lawyer who is practicing in India, the country is actually looking. Whatever we are producing actually by way of materials, the arguments in front of the court, you should have that thing, you keep it in mind that I am responsible for whatever I am doing. You are using AI, not using AI, it's not a question that is going to be assessed or evaluated over there. It will be evaluated only upon your responsibility. So you will have to cross-check everything with the facts, with the data, with the law, with the provisions. All these responsibility, you yourself as a lawyer will have to take it. Then the problem will be solved.
And even in the context that more and more foreign law firms are now coming to India, and so the globalization aspect that you talked about, I think it's much more applicable now than ever.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So, ma'am, just talking of the corporate readiness again, large number of law students today are heading into corporate roles, right? In-house legal teams and law firms advising businesses and so on, even in legal tech companies. So in your experience, what are the skills that these students most consistently lack when they make that transition? And I think this is a question which is probably going to be useful for all students today. Is it the softer skills like communication or commercial awareness, or harder skills like drafting or negotiation or understanding financial documents? Where do you see the balance between?
I'm seeing it for last 20 years. I mean, there's no difference or there is no much change in that thing that students are lacking. That is their interdisciplinary skills. They are concentrating completely on law. Learning law is memorizing law is not anymore. Your capacity will never be, your competence will never be calculated, or you're not going to be competent once you are able to memorize all these laws. No. There is no necessity of that at all. You're concentrating completely on legal skill, law and legal skills, interpreting law, learning law, knowing law. No, that's not the skill that you need. You need to be an interdisciplinary person. You should know the finance. You should know the economy. You should know the polity, how the system works.
Yeah.
You should know what is political science is all about, what is history is all about, how far everything, how as a society we have grown, how as a system we are working. Everything you should know. That comes from where? You are supposed to read a lot. You are supposed to get the knowledge of as a corporate lawyer, what you want to know. You need to know everything relating to business. You should be exactly like how far a business person knows, that much you should know about business as a lawyer. So that is missing in law schools. Unfortunately, law students are not concentrating on that. It's very heartening to see that. It's very sad to see that. If you're asking any of the law students that have you ever seen a negotiable instrument? You're learning Negotiable Instruments Act now. You know what do you mean by a DD, demand draft, or a check. There are students who never see it. So in that thing, that comparing with South India, North India is better. I think students are getting more exposure to business. They are from business family background. Many students are having a business family background. So they will be knowing all these instruments and things like that. So I believe that law is an interdisciplinary course. Students should have more business knowledge in par with legal knowledge itself. Then they will be more good lawyers, business lawyers, corporate lawyers, as you call it.
Yeah. And from a curriculum perspective, do you think something needs to be kind of done about it? I mean, of course, you talked about what you have added at
We are doing it. We are doing it a lot. We are bringing a lot of business people also over here, industry people, corporate lawyers, and we are trying to show them that what kind of skills that we are expecting from you. Industry demands what we are expecting from you kind of talks. We always used to bring in. People are coming and talking that this is what I need. This is my experience. As a lawyer, once I go to a corporate firm, this is what I never know. That is, you just learn it from the beginning itself. So we are trying communication skills and how you will have to deal with your resume, how it will have to be presented. From first year onwards, we are trying to inculcate all these things in our curriculum.
That's great. And so you've talked a lot about, and in fact, I can already sense that there are a lot of points that you've given for how a law student should be they should be learning through this particular journey of going through the legal education. But today, if you had to call out one piece of advice, which is not in any of the syllabus today for them, what would that be for a law student who's sitting in the classroom? What would you advise them for?
Intellectual curiosity. That is missing actually. See, I still remember that people, whenever we used to keep learning, every paper that I used to get, everything that we will get as a wrapper, everything, any information that is on that will give you a new knowledge. We'll read that. We'll read everything, whatever we see. I used to talk to people. That's something which I'm getting. This word, actually, what does this mean? I'll ask to people. I used to ask for technology-related question to my students. So you give me an answer to it. How we'll do this? That curiosity to learn, that will make you a great lawyer.
Okay, ma'am, before we let you go, a quick rapid fire.
Yeah, sure.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay. One word when I say AI in law.
Augmentation.
Augmentation.
Surely it will augment your reasoning, your thinking.
Awesome. Okay, the biggest myth about legal education in India.
The capacity to memorize will be considered as competence. Never. It will never.
Good one. Okay, the one subject every law student must take seriously.
Interpretation of law. You learn the art of interpretation, you're sorted. You're a great lawyer.
Okay. What do you wish law schools taught most, but mostly do not?
Intellectual curiosity. I'm so sorry to say. I am so sorry to say.
Two
as a
questions,
teacher.
one answer.
Yeah.
Well, makes sense. Okay, makes sense. One word to describe your students.
Limitless. They are, but they will have to take it in a very positive way that I am limitless. I will have to work more with that capacity.
Okay. If you could change one thing about how India trains lawyers, what would it be?
Experiential learning for sure. Not in the sense that we are using for NIRF nowadays, but in law schools, it should be completely a courtroom kind of experience that will have to be there. We are doing it in a very marginal way.
Yeah.
But we need to do
The
it
moot courts and so many.
more.
Okay. Classroom or courtroom? Now that's for you.
Classroom. For sure, it's classroom.
Okay. The one thing AI can never replace in a lawyer.
Judgment.
Yeah, you talked
Your
about
judgment is your judgment.
Yeah.
That human beings should take judgments.
a book that shaped how you think about law.
Actually, rather than a book, I have been shaped by professors, I should say. Their knowledge. They have added value to my learning system as such.
Yeah.
But if you need a book, that I will have to say that the concept of law, H.L.A. Hart.
Okay, yeah. Your success mantra, the one you actually live by.
Keep learning. Be proactive.
That's
keep
what
learning.
you've been as well.
Yeah, keep learning and be proactive. Everything will fall in place. We can't actually change the whole system at once, no.
Yeah.
You will have to keep learning, you update yourself, you be adaptive.
Yeah.
Things will evolve, things will change, for sure. There is no other way other than being adaptive to every changes, that be resilient. That's it.
Makes sense. Okay. Okay, with that we end our rapid fire. Dr. Aneesha ma'am, thank you very much for joining us today. What I really particularly enjoyed about the conversation was the balance between embracing innovation and preserving the human judgment that sits at the heart of legal profession. Thank you for sharing your insights and your experiences. And thank you, our listeners, for tuning in. If you enjoyed this conversation, do subscribe and join us for the future discussions as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.